This is why it sucked to be born as a Komodo dragon by channel Dinzo. It's a newish channel. I think its channel has like 3 or so videos. It's growing fast. It's like salmonella-esque type of channel, I think. I mean, that's what I get from the like thumbnail. I don't know if it's fair to say like salmonella-esque. Was he the first one? Because there's been many channels like that, right? So this feels like one of those channels, and like the first video that he posted is like 1.5 million. This 1.5 million views, so it must be good. So check out this channel in the link in the description. It's a new channel, so definitely check that out first before watching this reaction. You should always do that. And yeah, let's watch it.
You're born on Komodo Island, tucked away in a hole that feels more like a sauna with no exit. As you crack open that eggshell, you're probably wondering what your mom looks like, except there's nothing here. No, you're on your own from the get-go. And that's not even the worst part. You see, in the Komodo dragon world, even your siblings could be your worst enemies. You might be lucky enough to be the first one to hatch, so before you even think about taking your first breath, you've got to get the heck out of there fast. Scramble up the nearest tree like your life depends on it, because it quite literally does. You're not just avoiding your siblings, you're dodging hungry adults who wouldn't mind a bite-sized snack like you. To them, you're just a free McNugget. So there you are, clinging to a tree branch, getting your first real look at the world. For now, just focus on surviving your first few days, because the real adventure's just beginning. For the next few months, you're on a strict no-ground diet, because down there...
Yeah, just like how in Far Cry, as soon as you start the game, basically game mission tells you to find the nearest tower, so you can like scan or whatever. Same thing in Assassin's Creed. That's what Komodo Dragon does. Now this is such a good video, already like the concept, because Komodo Dragons, I don't see them as like, oh, Komodo Dragon's life is so fucked up. I see like, oh my god, that's Komodo Dragon. It will kill you. It can smell you. It claws is insane. If anything that is not crocodile, Komodo Dragon is the worst. You've seen those videos. I've seen like Tier Zone, other videos, and like, oh my god, right? I remember Far Cry 4 where they introduced Komodo Dragon. I'm like, this can't be real. And then I actually searched it, like, what the fuck? So this video is good because I guess it will make you sympathetic to Komodo Dragon, which is how it should be. Most wild animals didn't choose to be that. They're just that, right? People hate like lions and tigers. Like, it's like hating fire. Like, they are what they are. Like, what you talking about? So he should make like videos like that, like fucked up life of really like powerful looking animals that people see are really dangerous and powerful. They don't think about like how fucked up their life are.
It's a jungle in the most literal sense, where every step could be your last. Imagine living on the 50th floor of a skyscraper because the streets are filled with zombies. Yeah, it's kind of like that, only instead of zombies, it's your
Dying Light
kin patrolling the ground, all ready to take a bite out of anything that moves. You're not completely defenseless, though. You've got instincts, quick reflexes, and a strong survival instinct that kicks in from day one. Plus, you've inherited a handy little trick, the art of camouflage. With your molted brown and green scales, you blend right into the leaves and bark, making it that much harder for anything hungry to spot you. Think of it as your very own invisibility cloak, but instead of dodging wizards and Hogwarts, you're avoiding becoming someone's lunch. At this stage, your life is all about survival 101.
Okay, I know this is his first video, but he should have used, instead of Komodo Dragons as enemy, what is the natural enemy of Komodo Dragons? Obviously, it's their own species, but other, like, there must be other threats, right? Like, which server are they from? Like, there must be some kind of a snake or like some kind of like a leopard or like jaguar or something. He should have shown that to make it like you can really feel it that way.
Find food, stay hidden, and whatever you do, don't fall out of the tree. Your diet's about as varied as a college student's during finals week. Whatever you can scavenge or catch, from insects and small lizards to the occasional bird
Caffeine.
that's too slow for its own good. Every meal's a victory, and every day you avoid becoming a meal is an even bigger win. But don't get too comfortable in that tree, because soon you're going to have to face the real world down below. And trust me, that's when things really start to get interesting. You're no longer that helpless hatchling clinging to a branch for dear life. Now you're ready to start exploring the wild world of Komodo Island. Your first few steps on solid ground are like a toddler taking their first wobbly steps, except in your case, the stakes are a bit higher. Every rustle in the bushes could be a potential meal or a threat, and your senses are on high alert. It's basically hardcore Minecraft, but in real life. Now, in most animal worlds, this would be the part where Mom swoops in to show you the ropes, but as we've established, Komodo moms aren't exactly the nurturing type. Instead, you're left to figure out things.
Okay, why is this so funny, man? I don't like that peace sign when he used camouflage, and now the mother literally taking pause and then showing finger and slowly backing away. Man, the timing is so good. Yeah, that's so fucked up, right? Like most animals, like like mother usually shows the ropes and everything. Like I have pigeons in my balcony. I don't go in my balcony a lot, and pigeons decided this is mine now. I try to like make sure like they flew away, but they didn't get the message, and like fuck it, I'm just gonna make like nest here, and they did. I'm like, ah, god damn it. Then I saw like there was two eggs, and then one day I panicked because I only saw one baby. It's like, oh my god, what happened? Like I know about the stories like survival of the fittest. Did mother like threw away the like other egg because for whatever reason I panicked? Then I realized, no, wait a minute, there is one behind it. Just the whole scene. And then I saw like it literally trying to teach it to fly and everything. So that's so insane, right? When you see even pigeons doing that. But Komodo, there are many animals like that, like Komodo dragons. Like fuck it, like they just like put the eggs and fuck off. Like they'll figure it out. That's insane.
On your own, and that means a lot of trial and error. Your days are filled with mini missions, stalking unsuspecting critters, practicing your stealth moves, and trying not to end up on the menu of a bigger predator. It's all part of the learning curve, and you're slowly but surely getting the hang of it. At first, your hunts are more hide-and-seek than stealthy predator. You'll spend hours lying in wait trying to blend in with the underbrush, your heart pounding like a drum as you watch a potential meal scuttle by. Or get swept up by a much more experienced dragon. Show off. But when you finally nail that first successful hunt, it's like winning the lottery of lizards and rats. As you grow, so does your confidence. You're exploring further from your original tree, pushing boundaries, and generally acting like the reptilian version of a rebellious teenager. Each day, you become a little more daring, a little more skilled, and a lot less likely to end up as someone else's dinner. But it's not all smooth sailing. Remember those siblings you escaped from at birth? They're still around, and now it's time for some good old-fashioned sibling rivalry. And the prize is, well, not dying.
Yeah, this like every time like it tries to be something that pull their leg back in. Like you're supposed to be my sibling. What the fuck? It's like really fucked up life, man. I didn't know about Komodo dragons that way, right? You think like, oh, let's evolve in a way where at least siblings take care of each other. No, fuck that. It's like survival of the fittest. I'm the chief now, right? All that shit. Oh, that's so insane, man. We this is why like Komodo dragons are really powerful when they really reach adulthood. But when you see these baby animals, right? Any animals, one thing I've noticed, they're like really childish, right? They play and everything. Even the bees, hornets, whatever. They play with balls and things like, ah, damn. So they literally have childlike mentality, like how we humans kinda, right? They play around just like you see all the cubs and everything. They're always playing around. But how are they supposed to be the one who like try to survive? Like evolution is somehow give them enough like DNA and genetics that they're like automatically they know how to run, how to hide, how to see danger. Otherwise, they would be extinct by now. That's insane.
As you transition from Komodo teen to adulthood, you start to realize that the world is both bigger and smaller than you once thought. The island is vast, but it's also crowded with other dragons, each staking their claim to the best hunting grounds. It's time to find your own territory. Think of it like moving out of your parents' basement and into your first flat, except your parents never had a basement and your family's been trying to eat you this whole time. Finding territory is like trying to score the last available seat at a sold-out concert. It takes luck, strategy, and probably a scuffle or two. You'll roam across Komodo Island, covering miles of rugged terrain, scanning for that perfect spot. Once you find a potential territory, the real challenge begins. Making it yours. Imagine walking for hours to find the perfect spot, only to discover that it's already been taken by a...
Yeah, now the real game begins, boy. Right? Now you have to defend it. You have everything to lose, others have nothing to lose. There you go. Battle begins. Sometimes I think that it's just random which Komodo dragon like survives and is successful because all this strategy, all this thinking, no way they can do that. So it's just I guess somebody just like survives for out of luck or whatever.
dragon twice your size. Now you've got a choice. Try to negotiate, which, let's be honest, is going to end in a fight, or keep moving and hope for a less crowded patch of land. Now that you've got your territory, and congrats by the way, it's time to settle into the daily routine of a full-fledged Komodo dragon. Your schedule's a mix of hunting, patrolling, and catching up on sleep. Lots and lots of sleep. You're not one to waste energy, so when you hunt, you go big. One large meal a week is your style, something that'll keep you satisfied for days. You're aiming for deer, wild boar, or even the occasional water buffalo.
Fun fact, we used to be like that. That is why we can get fat as fuck. Why? Because we used to be that when we were like hunter gatherers. We can't, like, we didn't have fridge. We didn't know salt is like a preservative. I don't think we even knew like way back then how to do salt. Oh, what is that near sea? I don't know. Fuck it, walking away, right? So you hunt like a mammoth or something, a saber-tooth tiger or something, whatever big ass prey. You eat until you like you can't even walk anymore, and then who knows when you're gonna eat next? A week after that, who the fuck knows, right? Multiple days after that. So that's why we can get fat as fuck, because evolutionary our DNA is like, oh, food is scarce. Get fat as much as you can because you're gonna need it. Our DNA don't realize like we don't live in that world anymore.
Your hunting style's all about patience and precision. You lie in wait, blending into the landscape until the perfect moment to strike. It's a high-stakes game of hide and seek, where the prize is dinner and the cost of losing is another day of hunger. But when you do succeed, it's worth the wait. You'll feast like a king and then slip into a food coma that'll make a Thanksgiving nap look like a quick power snooze. As you reach full maturity at around 7 to 10 years, you start taking extra notice of other female Komodos roaming around. That's your urge to mate kicking in. Mating season's like the ultimate dating game. You're sizing up potential partners with a mix of curiosity and caution. For male dragons, the competition's fierce. You've got to prove your worth to the ladies, and that means showing off your strength, size, and survival skills. If a female finds you impressive, she might just let you get close enough to mate. Just don't screw up your chance because the competition's tough and your brother might just be waiting in line. Once you've successfully mated, your job isn't quite done. If you're a female, you'll lay your eggs in a carefully selected spot, burying them deep to protect them from predators. After that, it's back to a solitary life, leaving the next generation to fend for themselves.
Here's one thought for like science and like biology. Is Komodo dragons like birth rate half and half female and half male? Because if that's the case, there wouldn't be much of competition, would it? Like there should be one for you. Well, that's not the case all the time, is it? Like that's fucked up part. Like there's many species like that's like warped. Very few female for like males and shit. It could be like out of birth. It could be because of like whatever, like survival and whatever. And sometimes they do stuck with like, oh, it's one female for like 2 3 males, like, oh, the competition starts.
Just like you did. You've somehow made it past 10 years and all the way to 15. Congratulations. In the wild world of Komodo dragons, that's like reaching your 90s with all your teeth intact. But here's the thing, you're not as quick as you used to be, and those once impressive muscles aren't quite as strong. You've earned every scar, every notch on your scales, but now survival requires a different kind of strength, one that comes from experience and wisdom rather than brute force. But with age comes new challenges, and you knew this day would come. Another younger dragon wants your territory, and this battle might be your last. The young dragon's eager, strong, and even reminds you of yourself when you first went out to get your own territory. Hey, it might even be your own son, who knows? Komodo dragons aren't exactly great parents. This fight is different from the others you've had, although you're...
Yeah, that kind of happens with like a lot of animals, predator style animals, right? Where whatever leader, tribal chief or whatever in this animal have to fight the young one, and basically their job is to die and pass it to young one. Like that's kind of fucked up when you realize it, but yeah, that's how it happens.
You're older and wiser, you're also more vulnerable. Your opponent's fast, relentless, and every blow feels a little harder than the last. But you're not about to go down without a fight. You dig deep, drawing on every ounce of strength and every trick you've learned over the years. In the end, it's a close call. Maybe you win, driving the challenger away one last time. Or maybe you lose, forced to retreat to the fringes of your territory, battered but not broken. Either way, this fight marks the beginning of the end. You've held your ground for years, but now it's clear that the balance of power is shifting. The jungle's a harsh place, and even the strongest can't rule forever. After years of ruling your territory, you give one last growl. And now, as you feel the weight of time pressing down, you know that the jungle will continue with or without you. As the end approaches, you find a quiet spot to rest, somewhere safe from the constant struggle for survival. You lie down, feeling the warmth of the sun on your scales, and close your eyes. The world keeps turning, the cycle continues, and somewhere out there a new dragon is hatching, ready to begin the journey you've just completed.
Yeah, I didn't need the last bit. You didn't need to add that, man. Come on. Ah, and you're depressed. You're telling me you're depressed and you just want to lie in bed, right? Because your life sucks. Look at this shit. What would you do if you like Komodo dragon? Wake up, realize you're Komodo dragon, close your eyes and wish like world stops or something? Their entire life, the peaceful thing they did is like when they were literally lie down and just close their eyes and died out of some shit. That's how fucked up the life is. That's just one of the example. I hope this channel grows. I hope this keeps this concept. Make cheetah one next, man. Cheetah is the most insane one I can think of. Everything, oh, cheetah, big cat, dangerous. Literally anything and everything that moves around in its territory steals food from it. It can't do nothing. Like, just watch. It's the fastest land animal. What the fuck? It's like what if Flash sucked in the DC universe. That is some insane shit. But yeah, this is like Komodo dragon. It's like anything that is like not crocodile or what is it, like alligator, right? If you're not that, Komodo dragon is like really dangerous. Like, what is it? A poison and this and that. Like, claw marks, it can sense you, can even run after you. Like, jeez. If humans are caught between like Komodo dragon and humans, like can't have access to modern world, have to survive by themselves. They can't. Humans are gonna die, right? You stranded somewhere that is Komodo dragon, you're probably dead, right? I don't know if you pull out one of those survival moves and like sharpen some wood and make a spike out of it and go full caveman. I don't know if most 99.9% can't even do that. That's how fucked up it is. Most humans are fragile that way. Alright, people, that was Why Is It Suck to Be Born as a Komodo Dragon by the channel Dinzo. Seriously, check out the channel. Link in the description, right? It's a really good channel. Like, it has 3 videos now. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time.